cheap watch, male escort and a barista. But what connects these three? Working in the hospitality industry as a barista, you get to meet and speak with a tremendous amount of very different and often unique people. Some of them are normal, some of them are crazy, but some of them are just extremely unique. Most conversations with these people are about the weather, but sometimes you get that priceless diamond. I'm a male escort. Peril, 50,000 pounds. Sweet little cherry on top. Can this guy actually be happy? And suddenly, making coffee becomes the best thing you've been ever doing. This is how I recently met a male escort with whom I had a conversation that would forever change my perspective on life. On a rare, beautiful, sunny London day, I was working in the cafe, minding my own business, making coffee. This guy walks in. I didn't think much of it. But because it was a very quiet day, any customer would do to escape boredom. Hey there, how are you? What can I get you? A cappuccino? Sure. I took his order as per usual, and it was just one of those days I was seeking conversation, okay? Nothing special, I was just seeking conversation. So, busy day ahead? I asked casually, expecting a usual answer about work and meetings. Not really, I'm off today. Oh, nice. What do you do for work? And that's when he dropped it so casually. I'm a male escort. I froze. Did he just say it? Oh, cool. Why did I just say cool? Since the cafe was empty, I of course had to use the opportunity to ask the most nosy questions I could think of. I mean, how often do you get to meet someone with a job like that? So where are you from? How long have you been in London? Where do you find your clients? How do you work here if you're on a tourist visa? Oh, nice. But the longer and deeper we spoke, I was getting more concerned and kind of sad. I started hearing and learning about all the mechanisms and illegalities behind this entire enterprise. Extremely overpriced apartment renting, dodgy money handling, and importantly, a tremendous drug abuse. Somehow, all of that just made me feel really uncomfortable. But I believe it can be very subjective, so I asked the question that interested me the most. What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? Oh, I actually fulfilled my biggest dream last year. Oh really? What was it? I always wanted to feel like a celebrity, so I organized myself a Hollywood gala-themed birthday party. I hired paparazzi, bought designer clothes, hired stylists, etc. I spent on the entire thing £50,000. And then I was just like, £50,000? £50,000? I was just in so much shock, I didn't know what to say. And I know it can be very subjective, but isn't that just stupid? One can spend this money on education, house deposits, starting a new business, investing for your future, because you won't be young and beautiful for the rest of your life. Instead, it was gone in one night on the illusion of fame. My head constantly wanted to make a judgment about that guy's life and his happiness. All of it just really got me thinking about the idea of happiness, what happiness actually is. Is there such thing as fake happiness? Is there real happiness? Long-term happiness? Short-term happiness? Is short-term happiness bad and long-term is good? Or my mind kept circling back and back to this conversation with him. Can this guy actually be happy, surrounded and immersed in such heavily drug abused environment? This question stayed with me long after I finished my shift. It really made me reflect on the things that make me feel content. And that's when I remembered the situation with the watch. When I moved to London, I needed to get a watch so I don't have to constantly check my phone for the time during my lessons. My budget was of course very tight, so I was looking for the cheapest working option. I found the famous Casio watch for just £10. That was just perfect for the purpose. I got it online. I went to the store to pick it up, but what happened next actually took me by surprise. As I walked out the shop, I just felt an extreme wave of happiness, Like, I just felt really happy. I was so content, it made no sense. It was just a £10 watch. For some reason, that little piece of plastic on my wrist filled me with a tremendous amount of inexplicable joy. That's when the same question as I asked about the Escort came to my head. Is this happiness real or simply false contentment coming from a materialistic purchase? And because of that, I felt the need to reevaluate happiness in my own life. The male escort and I were completely two different people, but our stories connected in a strange way. He spent £50,000 on artificial fame, and I spent £10 on a plastic artificial watch. He felt happy and I felt happy. I in fact felt happier than ever before, just for £10. Happiness definitely isn't about how much you spend on something. I think it's more about the small luxuries that you allow yourself to have. It's not about how famous you are, it's not about how rich you are, it's about how you allow yourself to enjoy the small little things that technically have no value. So it's those small luxuries, like gifting yourself a cheap watch, like buying yourself a box of blueberries, like getting a haircut, like that special cup you drink your coffee from every morning and it just inspires you to rock the day. Happiness is that dinner spent with that special person, and it doesn't matter that the dinner was in McDonald's. I really believe that if you can't be happy with your small little rented room, will a big mansion really change that? If a £10 watch can't make me smile, will a £10,000 Rolex mean anything?